Good evening, everybody. I hit the wrong button there for a second. How are we all doing? Welcome to my little corner of hell, better known as Pennsylvania. Oh, here. Okay, so Bruce is here. I got something for him.
Smash that like button.
Oh, so how's everybody doing tonight? Bruce posted that in our Mac Yak group chat, and I copied it off. I said, I'm going to show that on the stream tonight if he shows up. Oh, my goodness. So, we got here. We got Greg. We got Mike. We got Sad Mac. Hey, guess what? We have more than one Sad Mac tonight. Oh, we got Steve, Bruce, Dysfunctional Wombat. Oh, how's everyone doing? I guess I beat you to it, Bruce. So, and we also have Prada, who's been dying to get on my lap all night. So anyway, this stream actually took a turn for the worse. It was supposed to be me plugging in the PowerBook 3400 and letting you guys tell me what kind of stuff I should be putting on it. Except for the simple fact that the PowerBook 3400 doesn't want to boot. Doesn't want to do anything. It's deader than a doornail. And I just booted it up, oh my gosh, a month ago when Steve was here. So, no, Bruce, it doesn't need recapped. I think I know what's wrong with it. I think it's just the power jack is broken off the board. So, but because it's pretty loose and fiddly, I'll show you here. So, but you can see Simon in the corner back here. He's yelling at me. He wants attention. It snowed here today, so, and it's going to snow here again on Wednesday. So I'm going to be home all day Wednesday. Hello, Dana. Welcome to my little corner of hell. So, and this will be interesting. I've never in my life repaired a PowerBook 3400. So, but I have the service manual this time. Come on, Simon. Come here, say hi. Simon says hi. Yeah, we're supposed to get a good bit of snow. So, I'm staying. My ass is staying home. I am not even attempting to drive to work. I drive about 40 miles one way to work. So, and yeah, he can't hear, but he appreciates it. He likes attention no matter where he gets it from. Steve will tell you. So does Prada. They're both attention whores. Hey, Raw Elements. So we got a pretty good turnout tonight. So what does Bruce think that's wrong with my PowerBook besides the fact it probably needs new caps? Which I don't know. It may. So I just want to hear what Bruce's opinion is. Usually anytime he gets one that doesn't work, it's usually, oh, it needs new caps. Well, I'm hoping not. I mean, I just powered this thing up a couple weeks ago and it worked fine. So, and here's the battery. Battery's perfect. I mean, it doesn't work anymore. It's deader than a doornail, but it works. I shouldn't say it works, but it's not leaking. So, unless the backup battery decide to shit out all over the place, Man, the refresh rate on that camera sucks. So, well, let's, whoops. Let's take a look at her. So, there's absolutely no evidence of corrosion on any of the ports back here, but this is really loose. Nope, no corrosion. I think it's just this. I think it's this power jack being fiddly, truthfully. So we're gonna take a squiz at her, see what happens. So I already have the battery out. We're going to pull out the, whoops. If I can remember how to do it. So I have a VST Zip 100 in this machine. Yeah, I figured it out. It's been a while. It's really been a long time since I played with this thing. So I mean, I do power it on every once in a while just to let it know it's still loved, but I don't really mess around with it too much. So, where is Mr. Oh, there you are. Alright, so we take those 3 screws out. And then, supposedly the keyboard's supposed to be able to come out. So it's got a 32 meg RAM card in it. And then one keyboard, which is actually in pretty good shape. It's not too. It's actually, it's kind of worn. The texture's worn off, so you can see it was used pretty hard. Alright. Pretty sure this is. Oh, that's the PC card slot. That's the expansion bay. Hi, Simon. Yeah, this one here has a really good keyboard on it too. Well, it did the last time I used it. It's been a while since I used it. I can see the backup battery here and it looks fine. It doesn't look like it's exploded or anything. Oh, I see where there's a screw right there. Oh, it's starting. It's our good old friend Varda. That white crap is corrosion. It's pretty well swollen. I don't really see any damage to anything on the board. Oh, here it is. Oh. Yeah, nothing hit the board. I wonder if that would keep it from starting up. If there was something wrong with that battery, like if it had a short in it or something. Oh, guess not. Well, before we get too crazy, yeah, I'm not going to worry about the PRAM battery, Dana. I don't really see much need for it in a machine that barely gets touched. Huh. I think it's my power supply, actually. Got 120 volts there. Yeah, I'm going to take a look at it while I'm in here. I already got the machine apart, so might as well look at it. "24 volts DC out." Huh. Well, I'll be an SOB. It looks like my power adapter took a crap. Well, that sucks. Oh. Yeah, I'm going to take a look at it. I mean, I got the thing open. I might as well see what's going on. Gonna have to buy a new power adapter. And I have to admit, the plastics on this machine actually feel really, really good. What's an easier replacement? The DC adapter. Yeah, that's an easy replacement, assuming you can find one. That's going to be half the battle, unfortunately, is actually locating one. I'm sure there's tons of them out there. Yeah, I'm sure there's plenty of options. I actually wouldn't mind getting a battery for this machine, just for shits and giggles. I mean, why not, you know? As far as I know, it's the stock hard drive. I think it's a 1.3 gig. I think. I don't recall off the top of my head. Yeah, the battery... These things are kind of weird because the screen is actually very heavy on this particular one. Yeah, 1.3 gig. It's an IBM Travel Star. Looks like an IDE drive. Yeah, ET. So, at least the hard drive would be easy to replace if anything happened to it. Oh yeah, that's right, I forgot. The screen does have like a subwoofer deal built into it. I forgot about that. These were actually, when these were introduced, this was the fastest laptop in the world in 1997-ish, I believe. Out of all the PowerPC laptops, this is probably the best one. Yeah, I tell you what, Apple, at least most of the machines I've worked on over the years, have always been fairly easy to work on in terms of like actually getting in and doing things. They like here, this is the power supply. You know, to charge the battery and everything. I mean, you see, it's modular. It plugs into the logic board. You know? There's the PowerPC 603 processor. It has a thermal pad on it. Doesn't even have a grease. It's just a thermal pad on it. It has a tiny itty bitty little processor. So... Oh, yeah? Well, I don't see anything on here that would lead me to believe it has failed, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything either. What the heck is that? Oh, it's... okay. There's a tiny little fan up front here. Huh. Isn't that interesting? That's cute. I don't know what that is. Oh, that's a network card. Oh, no, wait. Oh, this one has... Oh, wow, that's cool. This one has the modem and the network card together. Oh, wow, that's cool. Okay, I didn't know this. I knew it had Ethernet. But this one... See, there's a Rockwell 33.6 chipset right there. So it's got Ethernet and modem built into the same connector. I didn't know this actually had a modem. Oh wow, that looks like a nightmare to put back on. Okay. Oh, okay. Oops. Yes, Dana, it is a 33.6. Has the Rockwell 33.6 chipset on it. Oh. Let's see this. Hi, Alex. Yes. This was not intended to be a repair video. This was intended to be a let's have fun video, but it turned into a repair video. So now I'm trying to get the damn logic board out. Well, I did disconnect it. I'm looking at the service manual here, and it didn't say anything about taking the fan out. Probably because it's glued in. Not that that's a big deal. I can find some glue for that. Aha! Now I see why you said that. See, the service manual is not always the best way to do things. Well, Alex, the PowerBook hasn't been doing anything. I went to boot it up today because I was going to just play around with it, and wow, damn. That is built like a brick shithouse. Huh. Well then. We got a lot of brand name chips. There's a TI PCI bus. That's probably for the PC card. Gibson Technologies, Lucent, Texas Instruments, Sony. Wow. A couple of Apple chips here. Those are probably ROM chips. These are probably the RAM chips. There's RAM. I think there's 16 megs of RAM on board this machine. Crystal. That's sound right there. There's only one. Yeah, there's only one electrolytic capacitor on this logic board, and it's right here. And it's a... looks like a 33 microfarad, 25 volt. And that looks like the only one. Yeah, this power connector is actually okay. It's just... I guess it's just the way it is. Of course, it doesn't move around as much when you don't have the actual adapter plugged into it. Holy crap! $50. Tuh. I got the logic board out. Right now I'm looking to see if I can find an AC adapter. The only one I found on Amazon is $50. The power adapter. Not even an Apple one. I know. I mean, I just paid $12 for one for a ThinkPad the other day. Whew. Oh, there you go. Greg said he'd ship me one. Well, Greg, it's a 48 M4896 45 watt power adapter. If you're willing to send me one, I'm willing to take it. I'm not going to argue. Because believe me, I'd appreciate it. I paid a lot of money for this computer. Yeah, so I'm sure I'm probably going to be waiting for it for about 6 years. Luckily, it's not a computer I use that often, so... Well, guess we can put it all back together. What the hell did they do with it? No. Gee, Lord. I'd lose my head if it wasn't attached. They really did pack a lot of crap inside this tiny little computer. I'll tell you what. This thing ain't screwing around. No, I don't. I do have somewhere. I have one for my PowerBook G4. I don't know if that works or not. I think it's down in the shed. I don't know if that's. I know they use a similar connector, but I don't know if it's the same exact thing or not. If you tell me it's the same, then I'll get it tomorrow while I'm down there. I'm sure I can get a yo-yo from Steve. I'm sure he's got about 5 million of them. Truthfully, I'd like to get a clamshell that goes on the other end of the yo-yo, too. But he hasn't wanted to part with one of them. Nah, I don't want to jerry rig it. I'll just get a regular one. This machine is in like 100% pristine condition, so I don't want to risk frying it. So I paid Jay a lot of money for this thing. I don't even remember what I paid him for it, to be honest with you. I think it was $100. Well, I probably shouldn't plug that in yet. There we go. Well, that's a fiddly little thing. Yes, we know you have heaps of broken stuff. It goes over. I disconnected it first before I pulled the card out, not thinking it. I should have waited to reconnect it. What did I do with my screwdriver? Oh my lord, I'd lose my head if it wasn't attached. Yeah. Yeah, it's still in the power supply. Oh, Bruce, I don't have to assume Steve he has heaps of things. I know what Steve has heaps of. Yeah. Yeah, you have heaps of things, that's for sure. Well, at least we got a quick look inside the PowerBook. I said I've never actually been inside one of these. So this was an experience for me as well. Now I know how to replace the hard drive. Oh. So it looks like this is the only fan. This tiny itty bitty little fan is the only fan in this whole machine. That's kind of interesting. Yeah, I don't know. That's an M.2 with an ATA adapter. Just, I don't know. It just seems like freaking overkill to me. You know, it's just like. I mean, I guess it's probably one of the best possible solutions you could get for one of these, though. Oh, the internal hard drive on this does work. Works pretty good, actually. Actually, it's Mac OS 8.6 on it. Oh, yeah, I'm a 7200 RPM drive, I'm sure. Hello, Miss Nebulosity. I don't think I've seen you before. Thank you. Welcome. Hello, Eric. Yeah, I don't even have a. I don't have an SD card, or I have nothing. The only thing I have for this computer is a zip drive. I don't even have a CD-ROM drive for it. I was down when I was in the shed earlier. I was actually looking for. What do I feel like? Oh. Never mind. I was actually looking for my external SCSI cable, because I do have a PowerBook SCSI cable. I wanted to. I have an external SCSI CD-ROM drive here that Steve was gracious enough to lend me for a little bit. Mostly for the Toshiba Libretto, but I mean, it's just a SCSI CD-ROM, so we can use it on anything. Hey Trina, thanks for stopping. And I hate these fiddly little connectors. Person that invented those things should be shot. Yeah, it's in there pretty good, Dana. It's definitely not much room. So it looks like we have an Advantage memory, 32 meg EDO RAM card, which will give us 48 megabytes of RAM. Sounds about right. And that's actually pretty easy to swap out on this thing. That's pretty nice. No, not 2 whole megabytes. 42 megabytes. 2 megabytes. Oh my lord. A megabyte U. But yeah, the plastics on this thing are actually still nice and supple. You know, they don't feel like they're going to disintegrate in my hand, thankfully. You know, if this was a PowerBook 500, you know, everything would have disintegrated by now. Oh. No, Eric, unfortunately, this is only a, this is a 180. This is not a 200. Why do I feel like I'm missing something? Oh. I am missing something. Duh. Well, it should be all about me, damn it. Your first laptop was a compact laptop with a black and white screen with a mouse ball and buttons on the right side of the screen. That would be a compact LTE Elite. Probably a 425 if it had a black and white screen. And it actually had probably 4 megabytes of memory. Miss Nebulosity. I remember those machines. They were cool as crap. Because they were those were some of the first computers to ever have a pointing device, besides an Apple, of course, like actually integrated into the computer. So, yeah, they're good machines. Now those trackballs are kind of fiddly to use, but they're actually pretty good machines. If you actually watch any of the 8-bit guy stuff, he actually uses one. He uses a newer version to play DOS games and stuff. So, yeah, Apple was actually the first one to have a mouse in the laptop itself, and then Apple was also the first one to have a touchpad, a trackpad. What do the screws do for the sound brightness panel? Oh. No, the screw to hold it in. Because some idiot put it in the wrong spot. And I know I did. I didn't think this screw belonged down here. Oh yeah. If anyone is interested, there's actually a guy on YouTube that I watch. He goes by the name of This Does Not Compute, and he actually he did a thing on I think about a year or so ago on the PowerBook 3400. And out of all the PowerPC laptops, this one is probably the best. The 1400 was just underpowered. The 5300 liked to catch on fire and lacked a optical drive, which was kind of stupid. And then they had this one. They only had a couple. Oh, well, I mean, you had the Duo too. The Duo was pretty. The PowerPC Duo was pretty cool. My first Mac laptop was a 540C I loved that thing. I beat the living daylights out of it. I used that thing so hard. I hated it when I got rid of it. But truthfully, by the time I was done with it, there wasn't anything left. The thing had fallen apart so bad. So it was pretty bad. Yeah, somebody who did a video. Somebody did a video on why Apple got the trackpad first, and it goes into some of the history. I can't remember who it was. My first ever computer was a Sinclair ZX81. Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay. Sean from Action Retro. Yes, the very first computer I ever touched was a Sinclair ZX81. Would have been, I think, 1982, maybe? My dad bought it because he was kind of a tech nerd. Being a ham radio operator, he got into computers and stuff, and I've never seen a man get a computer out and box a computer back up so fast in my life. So, and then after that, I'm going to say about maybe 4 years later, he got a IBM XT clone. Not an actual like IBM, but an IBM XT clone at a Ham Fest. And we had that thing for, oh my god. Well, he replaced it with a 386, so I'd say probably 5 or 6 years. Yeah, I wish I still had some of the computers I had. Now, my personal first computer, the first computer I ever personally owned, was a Mac 512KE. I got it when I was a junior in high school. Or sophomore in high school. Probably a Commodore PET. Some of those had green screens. I've had that RAM card in and out of there like 5 times now. Hey, Ashton. I'm not trying to ignore anybody. So don't take it personally if I don't say hi when you first pop on. Hey, VIC-20s were good computer, Trina. I wouldn't mind finding a VIC-20 with some game cartridges just for the hell of it. I never, that's one computer I never really got into was a Commodore. I never really got into the Commodore systems. My dad was an adamant PC dude, so that's what we had. We had a PC. He's like, this is the future right here. So it's like, okie dokie. Yeah, I've never owned one either. I've used them a couple of times, but I've never actually owned one. Oh, there it is. We'll put the zip drive back in. And that does work. I have used it. And we'll put this equally useless battery in. Oh my god, that thing gets heavy. Whew. Man, that thing's a monster. But hey, it was the pinnacle of technology for portable computing in 1996. Hello, Hollian. How are you? HP Vector. I used HP Vectors a lot. Well, luckily nowadays there's so many resources with the advent of the internet that there's not really any reason that anybody should have a broken old computer anymore. We're going to give Steve a quick plug here, even though he actually has, believe it or not, he actually has nothing to do with this particular computer today. So, everybody visit Steve. Yeah, this is true. With YouTube, everybody thinks they can do things, but you got to be careful what you're doing. Just because somebody on YouTube does it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be right. So, I'm not perfect either, so, but I don't have a plug for you, but everybody go visit Hrutkay Mods. I mean, he's already got like 9,000 subscribers to my 500, which, by the way, I wanted to thank anybody that's here. I hit 500 subscribers the other day, so now I need 500 more, and I can get up to 1,000. So. This is true, Trina. Yeah, that kept me in business for a long time too. So, And just remember,
Smash that like button.
oh, Bruce made that. Yeah, I tell you what, there, for especially 8-bit computers, there are so many resources out there today. I mean, for the Commodore and the ZX 80, Sinclair Spectrum, Amstrad, any of those 8-bit machines, the future was 8-bit is a great is a great resource. There's so many resources now for Apple IIs, 2GS. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, if this stuff was around 20 years ago when I had all these computers, I probably never would have gotten rid of any of them. Okay, well, that's $2 American. What's that translate to down there? About 58 cents. Bruce? I think I can go back in the change jar and find that. Hey, Bruce, just remember, you put it in group chat, it becomes public domain. Oh, cool. Yeah, the 2GS is one of my projects. Power supply died on it. The oldest computer in my collection right now would be an Apple II Plus, which is sitting right here. And it has power supply problems as well. That's from 1979. So, and after that, it goes to the 2GS, and then I have a pair of PowerBooks, 68K PowerBooks. I have a 160 and a 165. They're both at Steve's. And the only actual early Power PC machine I have is this PowerBook. And from there, it goes into the G3 and newer machines. I got the G3 iMac. I got the pair of G4 iMacs, the G4 Cube, 2 G4 Sawtooth Towers, a Quicksilver, which is actually in the car. That's my next project I want to play with. You have a TRS-80. Which TRS-80 do you have? Which model? Okay. No, I didn't lock the car, Steve. Who the hell's going to steal a 20-year-old computer, for Christ's sakes? They don't want the 20-year-old car it's sitting in. Why the hell would they want the computer? When I was in junior high school, let me see here, my 6th grade year of junior high school would have been 1989? Yeah, 1989. I was a 6th grader in junior high. We still had one computer lab with TRS-80 Model 3s. There were 16 of them hooked up to a common disk drive, and it took forever to load software on them. An MC-10? Oh, you have the TRS-80 micro color computer. Okay, Micro Coco. those are actually kind of collectible because they're not very common. They weren't a very big seller for Radio Shack. They're actually just a smaller version of the color computer. And there's huge following of color computer users out on the internet now. Oh, that's awesome! You still have it in the original box and everything. Yeah, they're neat. I've never actually messed with one, but I owned a Coco at one point in time, an original Coco with a chiclet keyboard. The thing was horrible. So, yeah, Cocos were neat machines. So, but you see, I unfortunately got spoiled. I got an IBM, basically an IBM PC in the mid '80s, and to me, everything had to compare to that IBM PC. It had a 5 1/4 inch disk drive. It had a 20 megabyte hard drive. Actually, it had two 20 megabyte hard drives in it by the time it was retired. It's 640K RAM, color display. I mean, the sound sucked, but, other than that, I mean, it had just about anything you could want out of a machine for 1985. So, to me, like the Commodores and the Cocos and the TRS-80s and even the Apple IIs were kind of low end to me. Oh, a TI-99 4A. Yeah, don't divorce him. My fiance would have liked computers more. She'd probably still be here. TI-99 4As were pretty cool too. It's weird. When I was in junior high, I really got exposed to computers in junior high school. We had a single we had a pair of TI-99 4As that we used to have to type out the lunch menu on every day, save it to cassette, and then take it to the TV studio, and they would run it on. They would have like a like a Genlock, and they would show the menu every morning on the TV screens throughout the entire school. So, oh wow, you got a hell of a collection. That's pretty insane. Hey, if you live anywhere close to Pennsylvania, let me know. I'll be there to check it out. Wow, ColecoVision. That's pretty cool. My sister-in-law, my ex-sister-in-law, had a Coleco Atom. They hook up to your television. Both the TRS-80 Coco and the TI-99 4A were basically like the Commodore. They were made to hook up to your TV. So, you have an Atom, Steve? I didn't know that. Oh, wow. Now we really got to go clean out my ex-wife's house. Yep, they hook up to the TV. Most home computers back then did. Even an Apple II could hook up to your TV. So, oh wow. Yeah, we had, when I was in high school. No, the 3400 needs a power supply, Bruce. Yeah, well, when we go over there, I've got like heaps and heaps and heaps of Coleco Atom books that you can have. Because I don't have the computer, I only got the books. So, yeah, when I was in high school, the only Macs that we had in the entire school were in our graphics design department. In our graphics lab, we had two Mac SE30s. Or no, I'm sorry. I lied. Two Mac SEs. We didn't even have the SE30. We had the SEs. So, And we used to do desktop publishing on those with Quark Express. And then I used to work on the school yearbook, and we used to do desktop publishing on the yearbook with an IBM PS2 Model 55SX with DOS 5, Windows 3, and PageMaker 4 on a 386 SX 16 megahertz computer with a 60 megabyte hard drive. And you want to talk about an exercise in patience. I used to yearn for the times I could go to the graphics lab and use those Mac SEs because those things were fast. Oh. Most of the computers we had in high school, we had low-end 486s because that was the fairly new thing at the time. So, yeah, we didn't. All our computers in high school were IBM compatibles or actual IBMs. We still had a crap load of IBM PS2s in the school. So, I mean, I had an entire computer lab with PS2 Model 3286s that all booted off of a NetWare server. There were 16 of them total. And the only reason they kept them is because they used them in the business class for teaching typing mainly, and the program wouldn't run on anything else but those computers for some reason. So they kept this entire lab of computers, and you could only power on 4 at a time. If you powered on more than 4, you'd overload the server and it would just choke, and then they'd have to go back and reset the server. We'd have to wait 15 minutes for that thing to reboot. Hell, by the time we got everything working, if things didn't go perfect, the bell would ring for the next class. And it happened a few times. That was always fun. And believe it or not, they still had those things when I graduated high school. So yeah, 4 machines, because they booted off the server. They didn't have hard drives in them. They remote booted from a 286 NetWare server. So, well, thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. Yeah. Turn on your notifications. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. I'm trying to do at least one a day, if not 2. Or I'm sorry, one stream a week, if not 2. So the Saturday one is pretty much a given. This Monday night one is kind of, if I'm bored and I don't have anything better to do, which I was bored and I had nothing better to do. So, but I'm probably going to call it quits here because things didn't work out, and this is my shorter one anyway. So, it was nice having you. Thank you, Miss Nebulosity. Take care. So, and so I'm probably going to cut this short here tonight. It's going on 8 o'clock here. So, I've been on for an hour and a half. So, somebody requested I do a video on installing Leopard on a G4. I don't remember who it was. So I brought my Sawtooth. I brought my Quicksilver home. I didn't bring it upstairs, and I'm not going down to get it. So, thing weighs a bloody ton. So that's going to be a video for this week. I think I'm going to make I don't know why anybody would want to see me installing Leopard on an AG4. But man, what the hell? But if that's what you guys want to see, that's what I'll make. So, I think that's going to be this week's video. I still have some stuff I need to do with the G4 iMac to finish up that video. Oh, and what else? That's about it right now. I'm still hoping to get together with Steve by the end of the year to see if we can fix the 20-inch iMac. I don't know how things are going to work out. We'll see. So we'll figure it out. Unfortunately, I haven't gotten anything new. I haven't found anything new to buy that's worthwhile or cheap. You know, I mean, I can find all kinds of stuff if you want to pay $500 or $600, which is more than my rent is every month. So, you know, I got tons of stuff to flirt around with down in the shed. It's just a matter of whether or not you guys want to see it or not. I got a G4 server. I got a G4 Sawtooth Gigabit Ethernet. I've actually done videos on that one. Let's see here. Oh my goodness, I am tired today. I brought the Sawtooth home. The Sawtooth, I think, is going to be a semi-permanent addition to the collection here, where I can actually have it hooked up, and I have a switch box down here. I'm slowly working on things here. I change things around all the time. So this is my desk, and you'll have to forgive me. It's a disaster right now. So, you know, as you see, I have two 23-inch monitors, which are mounted on a stand, and then I have the Model M keyboard, the IBM Model M keyboard, and my General Electric clock from the 1960s is back there, keeping time. But then I added that today. That is a 19-inch ELO touchscreen display, which right now it's not operating. I'm not sure why. And then here's the computer that does all the magic. That's my 5.1 Mac Pro. And then this is the scaler. And then eventually there's going to be, I think, another display over here on the wall for me to hook the HDMI source out of this, which is kind of hard to see. This little box right here is what actually turns the HDMI signal that the scaler puts out and puts it into the computer, so I can transmit it via OBS, which is this software that I'm using right here. So thank you. Yeah, it is a very nice Model M. It wasn't when I got it. I had to do a lot of work to it. Not mechanical work, just it was filthy and disgusting. So, but I have this. I have the keyboard hooked up with a PS2 to USB converter. So, and I have, of course, you know, being a PC keyboard from the 1980s, I had to redo key mappings. So it's like my alt key on here is actually now my command key, and then the slash above the enter key is the option key, because I don't use option very often. And then I programmed the F12 key will eject the super drive, and then the print screen and scroll lock keys will turn the volume up and down, and the pause key will mute the sound, so I can actually still control my sound from the keyboard. So, but it works very well. You know, I have no complaints, and I can type on this thing like nothing. So, I actually learned how to type on an IBM Selectric typewriter, and this is about the next best thing. I mean, I have plenty of Apple keyboards and stuff, but they don't hold a candle to the Model M's. So, I've always had a Model M on my computer, so what the hell? Now I got one on my Mac. So, and then if you guys follow my Facebook page, I'm sure you've seen that I set up a couple of Macs in my bedroom. So since I live alone now, so I can do that. I'm still cleaning some of my ex-fiance's stuff out. Once I'm done doing that, I'll have more room to put more computers. I'm trying to find a place to put the Ruby iMac at the moment. So, which I was playing with that over the last couple of days and trying to get some software over to it. So, those are nice because I can load up OS 10 and just connect the hard drive over the network and then just transfer files. I don't have to worry about downloading stuff on online or anything, so that helps. So, but yeah, I'm turning my house into a geek's paradise, so I don't have to answer to anybody but myself. It's kind of nice. So I think I'm going to call it quits at this point and hang up for the night. It's going on 8 o'clock. I'm out of soda. And I know my cats are probably going to start complaining soon because they need fed. So, although not Simon so much because he's just chilling on top of the laptops. So, I'm going to let you guys go for the night. I appreciate everybody who came. Ashton, Mike, Steve, Trina, of course. Trina is one of my patrons, so she gets to see everything that isn't a live stream first, so bear that in mind. Oh, let's see here. Who else? Miss Nebulosity. Of course, Bruce. Will. Let's see here. Going back through the chat here. Well, we got Ashton, Dana, Steve, Mike, Sad Mac, and Trina are the only ones still here. So I want to thank all of you, and then anybody else who was here. I appreciate you. I appreciate your support. Glad you guys enjoy this. Tell all your friends to visit, subscribe. I'm going to do a giveaway at 1,000 subscribers. The giveaway is going to be this MacBook Pro, the 2008 model. It's a 17-inch. I need to fix it. I need to get it fixed. I need to send the logic board out and have it swapped. And I also need to get a battery for it. But it has a 2.5 gigahertz Core 2 Duo. Has a 512 megs of video memory. 250 gig hard drive, which I'll probably replace. And I know it has express card, USB 2, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, DVI, network, Firewire 800 and 400. So it needs a little cleaning up, but it's really in pretty good shape considering. I know it does have a full 6 gigabytes of memory in it that it can take. So Jay can't fix it. It needs a graphics chip, and Jay can't do that. There's a place in New York. What you do is you send your broken board in, and they send you a new one, and it's like $100. So, yeah, I'm gonna get that fixed up. I'm probably gonna take the hard drive out and replace it with an SSD. Probably load El Capitan on it. And find a cheap. It's just good. I mean, the battery's just going to be some cheap aftermarket replacement. So, no, Jay can't. He can't do the. It's a ball solder thing. It's the actual NVIDIA graphics chip that's failed. So, yeah, he doesn't have the tools to do it. He doesn't have the equipment to do it. So, I'm sure he would. If I paid him enough, he would do it if he could. So, but that's going to be my 1,000 subscriber giveaway. I'm not going to actually make it super public until I get the computer fixed. So, but that will be the giveaway. So, and unlike some people, I will make sure that it's sent out the door the next day, and you'll have it within 5 days. Unlike some people. So, and Trina knows what I'm talking about. BGA, yes. No, he's not set up for that. He can do just about anything but. And I asked him if he was interested in doing it, and he said, F no. So, yeah, Trina, you can't get mad at me on that one. I actually didn't give anything into that whole giveaway thing. So you can't get mad at me on any form of that. So, yeah, the person who, when Graham Cooper won the iBook G4 from me, he had it in 4 days. 1 day for me to get to the post office and 3 days to get it to Hawaii. So, just bear that in mind. If I'd be allowed to cross the border, Trina, I probably could have driven it up there faster. So, so I'm going to call it night. Find something to eat. Kick the dog. Feed the cats. No, I'm not going to kick the dog. So, I want you guys all have a good evening, and I will find something interesting to do for Saturday. So, I want to thank everybody for stopping in. If you didn't like this video, then, well, I'm sorry to hear that. But, you know, and, you know, let me know what you guys want to see. No, I won't kick the dog. I'm not real crazy about the dog, but I would never hurt the dog. So, he drives me insane sometimes, but I would never hurt the dog. He's actually a good dog. He doesn't really do anything. He's just old and lazy. So, he likes Steve for some reason. Probably because he had food when he was here. So you guys all have a wonderful night, and thank you for coming, and we'll see you soon.